is Jordan, and today I'm going to be recommending books to read on a rainy day. Since I've been putting polls on Twitter, I'm pretty sure you guys are a little annoyed by that, but you guys wanted to see this video first in April, and it was supposed to be first one after my TBR video, but the 24-hour readathon vlog came up, so technically this is the second video you're going to be seeing in, or third video in April, but this video had the most votes, and thank you guys so much for helping me decide on which videos to film first, and I have a new selections for my picks for books on a rainy day. I did this last year, which I'll link the last one down below, and I have fun with doing this kind of book recommendations videos. I know I'm going to be doing more in the future, but let's get started. The first book I'm going to be recommending is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I just thought a classic would be awesome to put on a TBR, especially on a rainy day, and of course this is also a romance, so if you girls are in the mood for a romance, this would be a good pick for you. And I haven't read Pride and Prejudice in like 2 years, and I definitely want to read this again. I don't know when, and since I have like so many books on my TBR pile, I just don't think I've been narrowing it down a bit, which is a good thing, but one more books is also bad thing, good and bad thing, but Pride and Prejudice is a good choice to read on a rainy day. The next book I'm going to be recommending to you guys is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kramer. Kramer, I should say. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I've read this in the beginning of this year, and I end up really enjoying it, and I just thought a dark fantasy read would be a good for rainy day, especially when it's fantasy, and well, I already said it's dark fantasy, but anyways, a retelling would also be a good to read on a rainy day, I think, just because like sometimes like when I come up with what I want to read on a rainy day, I pick a random genre that I want to pick up, so if you're in the mood for dark fantasy, this would be a good choice for you. The next book I'm going to be recommending to you guys, it's actually, I don't own this book yet, which is Perfect Harmony by Emily Albright. I think that's her name. But this contemporary is about this girl who's a cellist who is working hard to get into Juilliard, her dream school, but she has a guy who's also a cellist who is competing to be taking her place, and they have to meet up for a duet, and I really enjoy it. And if you guys are in a contemporary mood, this is a underrated contemporary book, and you might have to get this on Amazon because it's not available in Barnes & Noble like in stores, but I think this would be a good contemporary read on a rainy day. Speaking of contemporary, I have another one on my list for you guys, is I See London and I See France by Sarah Manowski. I really enjoy this. I actually think it's a good rainy day, especially when you're like thinking about traveling to places that you always want to go to. This would be an awesome choice to read, especially when two college girls go on a backpacking trip in Europe, and I think a rainy day would be something people would think about, like especially when you want to travel somewhere. Another great read on a rainy day. The next book I'm going to be recommending to you guys is Cinder or The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. If you really want to start a series but you just don't know what to pick up or what series to start off with, read The Lunar Chronicles. I marathoned this entire series last year, and I made a great decision by doing it. I end up loving the series so much, and I think if you want to start on a book series on a rainy day, this would be an awesome one to read. The next book I'm going to be recommending to you guys is Murder, She Knit by Peggy Earhart. I almost forgot her name there, but this is a this is a cozy read, and you would fly through it because it goes by really quick, especially when I read this for the 24-hour readathon, and I'm glad that I did that, but from what I've read, it's about this woman who has a knitting club, and one of the members ends up getting murdered, and she loves mysteries, and she wants to solve it when the police didn't have a lot of evidence with it. I really enjoyed this. This was a unique mystery that I've ever read. This is the first cozy read that I've ever read, and I loved it. And if you're in a mood for mystery, but to not a lot of gruesome, this would be a great choice to pick up. The last book that I'm be recommending to you guys is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And of course, you guys know this is a popular series going on right now, and this would be a good rainy day to read, because not only it's fantasy, like dark fantasy, but it also has mystery elements to it, which I love about it. And with finale, the last book of the trilogy comes out, I think it'll be a great book to pick up, especially with the sequel, Legendary, and then after that it's Finale. I thought it would be a great choice to pick up. I have not read Legendary yet. I wanted to listen to this on audiobook since I've read the first book on audiobook and I loved it, so this would be another awesome choice to read on a rainy day, especially when you want to finish a series. So that is all for books to read on a rainy day. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below books that you would read on a rainy day, because again, I would love to know. And I have been I would say that I've been changing my TBR a bit just because of my mood lately. I know I've had all set up for the month, but I've been changing my mind lately, but hopefully I will get to one of them on my TBR, especially when it's on a rainy day. I'll be like, maybe I'll pick up this book. But anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Last Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on Last Reader 19, as I have Goodreads, which I'll link down below. If you don't want to miss any bookish content from me, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and don't want to miss any of more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!